There is a very common experience that most of us have, and it's a very uncomfortable one, and it's one that we need to speak about so we can potentially get a better understanding for it, and so that we're not so judgmental with ourselves. And that's part of the psyche that says the nasty thing, and it takes us by surprise. It's the part of the psyche that tells you, do the worst thing, and it takes us by surprise. We don't identify with it. That's not me. That's not me. We could walk down a street and we see a car and there's a part, an occasion that pops up that says, what would happen if I jump? What would happen if I push? Or a stranger you pass that you have no ill intentions and something comes into your mind that says something cruel or something nasty, and we shudder from it and we think, that's not me. Where did that come from? And so we push it away and we end up being judgmental to ourselves and conflicted with ourselves because we don't understand it. And I'm not here to say what it is. I'm just saying we all have it, and it might be an important factor. The French call it l'appel du vide, the call of the void. It's the irrational, illogical pull towards doing the dangerous thing, the wrong thing. And maybe it's just a mechanism for our brain to understand the parameters of what we need to do to interact safely. It says, this is the worst thing that could be said or be done in this situation. And you need to be aware of this so you don't do it accidentally. Maybe it's a guardrail that pops up into our head that we don't notice as a guardrail. And so therefore we beat ourselves up. We judge ourselves for it. It takes away from the kindness that we hold ourselves generally, because there's this little uncomfortable bit in our psychology that we are unable to integrate properly. Carl Jung calls it the shadow, the parts of our personality that are unfavorable, that are behind the surface, that creep up, that cause destruction. And what would it mean to properly integrate it? Well, first of all, we need to not persecute it, understand it potentially as a useful part of our psychology, and not act on it in the 3D space, but to transmute it into something else. Maybe into art, maybe into movement, maybe into writing or speech or discussion. But it's important that we empathize with each other with this, because we all have it. This uncomfortable thought that pops up. Those that have OCD, this occurs more often, and they're essentially haunted by these nasty things that appear in their mind for the worst situation that could come up or to do. And they live a life of stress, even though they are deeply kind. And I think it's important for us as a culture and a society to start to notice these things and communicate these things. And maybe that's one of the reasons for the conflict in this world, is this part of the psychology that we have unintegrated, that we let slip through because we are unable to transform and transmute into something healthier, because we don't speak about it. So we don't have the idea or the concept about it. We silently, within our own head, persecute this very healthy, natural thing. But we don't hold and contain it in the appropriate manner. So when it builds and it bursts, then unfortunately, there's destruction. And then it spirals. But it's this communication and understanding which is the important part. If you find these ideas, this space, this lesson, these thoughts interesting and you'd like more of them, I'd appreciate your support, however that may look. One of the ways that I really encourage for is for you to essentially enter the discussion of it. Not necessarily within the video and in the comments, but go and talk to someone about these ideas. That would be the best. That would be the best. Share this. And if this is the last time that we see each other, thank you for your time. And for those that I'll see again, bye-bye.